The 10 worst winter signings in La Liga history. The East market session is an opportunity for the teams to strengthen their forces and patch up the squad. But not every player that is bought is worth the big money. Here are 10 disappointing deals during the winter transfer window in La Liga. 1. Julian Faubert, Real Madrid. In January 2009, Real Madrid signed Faubert from West Ham. To get the French midfielder as a half-season loan, the Spanish royal team must pay West Ham €1.7 million. But Faubert played only 2 matches for Real Madrid. Equivalent to each match of this midfielder, the Bernabeu team lost €850,000. Faubert became famous for sleeping on the bench of Real Madrid against Villarreal. 2. Emmanuel Munich, Barca. During the Eastern market session of the 1996-97 season, Barca signed winger Munich, after paying Sporting Lisbon €3.7 million. Once voted Africa's Player of the Year and won a gold medal in men's football at the 1996 Olympics, Munich became one of Barca's most disappointing deals. At Camp Nou, the Nigerian star often struggled with injuries, appearing in only 26 matches in 3 seasons and scoring only 1 goal. 3. Antonio Cassano, Real Madrid. Cassano was once considered one of the greatest talents of Italian football. In January 2016, he left Roma to join Real Madrid for a transfer fee of €5.5 million. The Italy international got off to a good start when he scored against Betis on his Real Madrid debut. But then, undisciplined living habits and star disease made Cassano banished on the bench. After 2 seasons with only 29 appearances, the Italian striker was pushed to Sampdoria. 4. Martin Palermo, Villarreal. Villarreal once put a lot of expectations on Palermo when he spent €7.6 million to get him in early 2004. It was the first big contract of President Fernando Roig. In 3 seasons with Villarreal, Palermo scored 21 goals. That number is quite modest compared to the level of the Argentine star. Especially at the end with Villarreal, Palermo fell seriously. Unable to have any more patience with this striker, President Roig decided to let him join Betis. 5. Miroslav Stevanovic, Sevilla. It is no exaggeration to say that Sevilla spent €1.5 million to buy Stevanovic in early 2013 just for fun. The Serbian player played only 7 matches for the Seville City team. After that, he was repeatedly pushed away on loan, respectively with Elche and Deportivo clubs. After realizing this was a bad investment, Sevilla decided to let Stevanovic move to Hungary to play for Győr club. Since then, the name Stevanovic gradually sank into oblivion and is only remembered as one of Sevilla's most disappointing signings. 6. Winston Bogarde, Barca. While Bogarde was disoriented in Milan, coach Louis van Gaal pulled him to Barca in the Eastern market session of the 1997-98 season. The Dutchman is remembered as a defensive disaster. In 54 matches for Barca, the defender made a lot of mistakes. Along with frequent injuries, he was eventually pushed to Chelsea. Bogarde was one of the reasons for the calls to oppose Van Gaal's Dutchization of Barca policy at that time. 7. Stipe Platicosa, Deportivo. In December 2015, Deportivo rushed to sign a half-season contract with goalkeeper Platicosa, as they lost their reliable keeper Fabricio to injury. But the 37-year-old player then came to Riazor as a nursing home, not as a firefighter. Platicosa only played 2 matches for Depor and conceded 6 goals. At the end of that season, the goalkeeper was immediately dismissed. After parting with Deportivo, Platicosa announced his retirement. 8. Elias Mendez, Atlético Madrid. Atlético spent €7 million to recruit Elias in the winter transfer window of 2010. However, the player from Corinthians did not live up to expectations. He only played 18 matches for the red and white half of Madrid over 2 seasons. Due to failure to meet professional requirements, Elias was put up for sale. The only consolation is that Atletico sold Elias to Sporting Lisbon for €8.5 million, meaning a profit of €1.5 million in this case. 9. Maxi Lopez, Barca. Barca decided to strengthen their attack midway through the 2004-05 season, due to an injury to Henrik Larsson, by recruiting striker Maxi Lopez from River Plate. But what Lopez showed at Camp Nou was very disappointing. He only played 19 matches and scored 2 goals over 2 seasons with Barca. Due to not being able to compete for the starting position, Lopez had to leave by the back door, first to Mallorca on loan, then because he was sold to FC Moscow. 10. Chichinho, Real Madrid. The Brazilian right-back was bought by Real Madrid from Sao Paulo in December 2005 for €8 million. However, not yet proved, Chichinho suffered a serious injury. After that, he was no longer in top form, making coach Fabio Capello unable to be patient with him any longer. In the end, Real Madrid sold Chichinho to Roma. Notably, in this case, the royal team made a profit of €3 million.